Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. I'm Chris and this is Restoration Rescue. So we're gonna be hopping back into this 63 welding project right now. So last week what we did is we took care of up here in this corner panel of the windshield and did a little bit of a repair. We still have some metal beading a little bit right here to get this curve 100% perfect so our windshield fits perfect. It's all welded in and pretty much grinded back for the most part. Got a little bit more grinding and a little bit more welding to get rid of this right here like we talked about last week. But now what we're gonna do is we're gonna hop back in on this cab and start welding in here and up here to make a piece so that this is all enclosed and we can finish up this side. So we do have a little bit of bad news coming to the channel. So as you can tell, I'm recording this all by myself again. I decided to leave my current job and get a new job, which my schedule has completely changed. And it makes it difficult for me and Tim to work out days to work during the week to give you guys the content that you guys deserve. So unfortunately, I'm gonna have to start recording a little bit on my own, so the videos might be a little bit different. But what we're gonna do is we're gonna come back in here now and start fixing this panel and get to welding. All right guys, so we got these two panels in. I did have to cut it and make it into two pieces, which was a little bit more time consuming, but it made it for a much easier process, especially because then I don't have to bend this coming across because it'll bend all the way up into here. I don't have a metal brake, so making these bends is a little bit more time consuming as well. This took us about an hour and a half just to get these two panels where they need to be. I still got to grind it back, grind down this whole panel as this is all new. But what we're gonna do now is we're gonna continue on and try and get it all the way out to here where we can make this panel. And then I have to start welding these two panels together, lining this all up and making this panel so this is all done. And then we can start moving up the truck like in here and all the way up to here. But first, let's start knocking this one out right here. All right, so after another hour of hard labor, we have all this welded up. So I only welded up this top part because I have a lot of bending left to do. So I need to put in a grind right here to start the curve. And you also need to be able to pull this out just a tad so that lines up. And this is gonna start curving right here and all the way to over here. We have the other side, which is good, which we've already done. So that'll be good to go. But as you can see, here are my welds. They're not the greatest yet. Obviously, a good grind. I can see in the video that I did miss a spot or two, like right here and right over here. So I just gotta finish tack welding that 100% in. They're not perfect by any means. I'm no professional, but we need to grind them back, make that flat at some point. But we first need to make a grind here across to know where our bending point is for this. I know this looks dirty, but it's just all from metal beating on it before when it was a different panel. So I'm gonna lay a grind and we'll start to bend. All right, you can see that there is a lot of that new metal now missing. And where did it go? So the reason I cut it out is because I really had no space to get behind it to work on my bend. And the problem that would later cause is this wouldn't match. And that's a problem because we need this to match so that our doors can close. Maybe not so much here, on here, but with all of this behind it, it really is important to make it correct so it will in fact close at some point. And that's really the main thing that we need to do. I've taken a template of the other side where it is correct. I never had to cut it out. And that's gonna help me try and make my bends and put it in the right space. So that is what we're gonna do. I'm gonna put up this template and start welding it in and making this new panel. All right, so as you guys can see, this panel is pretty much where it needs to go. I have two big holes that I need to take care of, and this right here, and that will be done. And then this side will pretty much be done. I have something here, like in here, if you guys can see. I gotta do some more welding to make this thing look a lot better. And then just make a little panel here that covers down here, and this side will be done as well. So just this little panel here, this panel here, and this panel here will wrap up this side of the inside of this truck. So we'll have both of these parts of the truck on both sides completely done, as I had knocked that one out a couple weeks ago off camera. All right, so that doesn't look beautiful by any means. There is a lot of grinding left to do. There's a lot of grinding left to do on this truck and a lot of rust repair left. I know you guys are getting probably a little bored of all the welding and the grinding and everything like that. We are too. We are so ready to have this thing driving down the road that we just are pumped every time we come to work so that we can get this thing done. So we have some more stuff that we're going to do upcoming. We have to bend these over, weld this all together, and get that done and grind it all back. But that is going to be a wrap for this week's video. Make sure you guys are commenting, liking, and subscribing. We really appreciate it when you do all three of those things. It really helps build us and makes this channel better for you guys. And also make sure you guys are using our affiliate links down below. There's also a new one in there. We haven't come out with a little promo yet for it for you guys, but make sure you guys check it out, and we'll see you next video.